Hi, I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business and beyond using the Rising Coach method. I built a $500,000 business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. This week's episode is a quick wins episode, so I want to give you a really quick golden nugget that's going to support you in signing more clients and increasing your revenue within your coaching business. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips to sign dream clients using direct messages. Now, most of the time when people feel resistant to having DM conversations with potential clients, it's because of the way that they've been taught to do so, meaning in a way that just feels icky and salesy and sleazy and unaligned to them, or they're basing it off how they've experienced it from others. So they're basing it on someone else's behavior rather than their own. However, when done correctly, which is with permission and with intention, it can have profound results on the growth of your business. And so it's not something you just want to throw under the rug or give up on or not even attempt due to the past experiences you've had, which don't need to be your story or based on one way you've learned to do it when there are multiple ways that you can do everything, right? So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips that are going to really support you to make direct messaging way more enjoyable, because it's personally supported me to make really hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in my business. I actually don't know where my business would be without it, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I've used it very intentionally and I've done it in a way where there's permission. You know, it's not cold DMing, which is very, very different. And yeah, it's going to make you make a lot more money faster, and it's going to make this whole sales game a lot more enjoyable too. So tip number 1 is to give more value than anyone else. Having a bank of resources to offer in conversations based on where they're at is key. When done correctly, it showcases your expertise, builds trust, and does 90% of the hard work for you. This is how I close a lot of my sales in DMs, is purely just giving free resources, giving replays to events, giving links to my podcast episodes, and then they can go and consume that value and be warmed up on their own. And then if they really are warm enough and they know and they trust me as a result of that free value, they're going to come back, or I can check in and I can follow up, and that's okay too. But for the most part, if you do a really good job at this, they're going to be coming back to you wanting more. So make sure you have a whole bank of resources that you can direct people with, and get really creative on this. And sometimes that bank of resources is even a quick chat with you, a valuable call. I remember even just last week alone, someone reached out to me just saying, I don't know if you can help me, but I'm just really, really struggling in my business right now. And I could tell she was quite emotional, actually, just based on the DM. And I happened to be hanging around at home on the couch, not doing anything. And I said, you know what, are you free for a quick call? I'm happy to just personally help you rather than going back in DMs. And she's like, yeah, sure. Turns out she was crying. She started crying on the phone because she was, so sad and stressed and, just been really struggling with growing her business. And she wants this so badly. And there were other things going on in her life as well. And I just poured love onto her, and I just helped her, and I supported her, and I held her in this moment, and I showed her that I could help her. And because she appreciated that and saw that I could help her and I had her back, and I presented her with an offer that would support her with the next steps, she signed up straight away and is now in my program. And I couldn't be more happy for her and how grateful I am for that as well, all because I was willing to just give her the time of day and give her value. So, capitalize it in creative ways when you can as well. There was no sales call link needed. There was no Zoom link needed. I just called her on Facebook Messenger. It was super easy. I was sitting on the couch, and she was at home and free, and it all just worked out. That's just a quick example. Tip number 2 is to follow up and check in. So when done correctly, it holds the potential client to their highest and showcases that you care really deeply. Use personalization like voice messages. This always does so well for me. Use their name so it's not robotic. Really listening to what they are saying, like actually listen to them, guys. Ask for permission before offering coaching, and just be yourself. This will make you stand out from all of the appointment setters out there that are using these stupid copy and paste scripts that it's so obvious. Sometimes they leave the quotation marks in there. That's my personal favorite. Or the insert name in brackets. Like, it's so robotic. You can tell it's not from the coach itself. And, no judgment there. Like, I'm sure we've all been there in those situations where we've sent a DM that, we hadn't quite finished typing yet or something like that. It all happens. But we want to avoid that, right? And using personalization and check-ins and follow-ups in really intentional ways can make a really big difference. And it's just going to make you stand out from appointment setters and chatbots and automation, which is, really taking over right now. And it's removing that, real piece of contact there, which I know people really appreciate. And then number 3 is to be detached to the outcome. So just give. When done correctly, it shows authority and builds trust and safety. No one wants to work with a coach who needs the client more than the client needs the coach. So do what you need to do to not need the sale desperately. Do you need to have a side income or stay in your job a little bit longer so you've got income coming in and you're not so reliant on your business alone? Do you need to save more, or do you need to do some more inner work and mindset work to not be so attached or make quote unquote rejection, meaning people saying no to you on sales calls or in conversations means something about you. Like, only you will know what it is you need to do, but do that, because desperation and attachment does not feel good or work very well in sales, trust me. So in summary, if you want to sign more dream clients using DMs, tip number 1 is to give more value than anyone else. Tip number 2 is to follow up and lovingly check in. And sometimes you have to do that a few times, and that's completely fine as long as you read the room. And number 3 is to be detached to the outcome. I hope that you've enjoyed these 3 tips, and go straight on in and implement them into your business. Let me know how you go, and I can't wait to hear the results. Have a nice week. If you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Your support fuels our mission to bring you even more valuable content every week. It truly means the world to me. My promise to you is that if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'll continue making incredible episodes such as this every week to help you to grow and scale your coaching business. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.